Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Moneywood, Fallen Forward Financial. Just an update here on CURLF. I've covered them in the past. This is an MJ play. It's Weed Wednesday here on the channel. I've done that before, so just so happened I come across this one, and it's weed, and just so happens it's Wednesday, so Weed Wednesday. Here we go. Again, this is CURLF, CURLF. As you can see, it does trade over the counter. And so if you're looking to purchase this one, I always recommend Fidelity. If you can't get it there, try TD Ameritrade or any of the other major brokerages. Fidelity usually does not charge you a commission, but sometimes they don't have all of the OTCs, so but the other major brokerages should. But TD might charge you a commission, so just be aware of that. But back to CURLF, it's got a great buy here on MSN Money, and here's kind of another look on bar chart. I just started using bar chart. Previous close at 1470. Here's the range: low of 1450, high of 1487. Volume of 225,000, almost 226. Average volume of 719,000. So kind of a small traded. Market cap, it doesn't have anything. Let's see if here's a market cap of 12.41 billion here on MSN Money. Average volume of 159,000. Shares outstanding 702 million. And like I said, there's the ratings currently at a buy. And I come across some information here today. Some of it's older, some of it's newer. This is from the 17th. CURLF to acquire Los Sueños. I'm not sure how you say that. That's how I'm going to say it. Sueños Farms for 67 million. Shares jumped 3%. Unfortunately, this is a week ago, but still kind of relevant information. So they rose 3% on Monday after the company announced it will be acquiring the Los Sueños Farms, the largest outdoor grow operation in Colorado. And everything revolves around Colorado in regards to MJ. And a cash and stock deal valued at $67 million. International provider of MJ consumer products aims to become Colorado's largest MJ grower. The announcement complements CURLF's presence in Colorado, though it's through its select brand. And covering a total of 66 acres, a cultivation capacity. Also includes a 1,800 plant indoor grow, as well as 2 retail MJ dispensaries. Also included in the deal is the potential for $8 million in stock, provided the company achieves specific operating cash flow based on targets in 2022. And so from now through 2025, and it's just going to keep expanding. More states are going to become legal, and whether it be medicinally or recreational. Feel free to pause as I scroll through. Each year it seems like there's a couple more states added, and as you know, the Dems are working on the federal level, but again, it's a slow process, so we'll see when that all comes about. If you're interested in psychedelics, I've done some psychedelic videos here lately. I just did another one on MindMed yesterday. Those are another video you should watch, and stocks you should look into. Very interesting. They treat people with anxiety, PTSD, depression, and as we all know, in 2020 those all increased in regards to the pandemic. It's just a way of life, so just a way of some people dealing with it. So but feel free to pause and go over the rest there. The rest of the street is bullish on CURLF, with a strong buy consensus rating based on 9 buys with a target of 28.47. Actually think that's Canadian, but implies a 59.3% upside potential from current levels. Here we are. Well, that's still Canadian, so We'll look it up here on tip ranks in a moment. Curaleaf to acquire Los Sueños Farms for $67 million in stock and cash. This is also dated on the 17th. Kind of the same information, a little bit easier read for some people. So I'll just slowly scroll through. It's kind of the same information. There might be some other information in there that kind of steps out, but Curaleaf shares were slightly higher pre-market and have gained 20% in the last year to date, while the advisor shares pure U.S. MJ ETF has gained 11%. And I've talked about all of these ETFs here on the channel, a lot of the MJ ETFs. I have quite a few of them. There's THCX, I believe it is. MSOS, MJ is a favorite. You can find all those in my library. I'll try to link those in the description as well. BTIG stick to their buy rating for Curaleaf Holdings, and this is just dated on the 24th, so 2 days ago. So they maintained a buy rating on Curaleaf Holdings on Tuesday, setting a price target of $34, which is approximately 94.47 above the present share of $14.49. Curaleaf Holdings to post earnings per share of minus 3 cents for the second quarter of 2021. Current consensus among 9 tip ranks analysts is a strong buy rating for Curaleaf, with an average price target of $23.53. Analyst price targets range from a high of $28.18 to a low of $19.75. In the latest earnings report released on 3/31, the company reported a quarterly revenue of $260.32 million and a net profit of $33.71 million. Company's market cap is 10.18 billion. And feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. This kind of goes over what they are. As a life science company which engages in owning and managing licensed MJ businesses, cultivate, process, and or dispense MJ and MJ-derived products. And headquartered in Vancouver, Canada. Over here to Reddit. 20 days ago, see if there's any updated relevant information. Nothing in here. Over here to StockTwits, currently at $14.70, low of $5.10, a high of $18.38, $10.33 billion market cap, and 160,000 shares on the average volume. Great company, making money great, value at the price, long-term hold. All these are a long-term hold for me, so that's a good point that this person reminded me, but every MJ play that I have is long-term. Like my MJ ETF, I just have it in a retirement. Like I said, it does give a dividend, and I just let it sit there on drip and do its thing and just get partial shares, and it's just free money. So that's the best way to look at it. So this kind of talks about politicians love to look the other way and ignore the opioid epidemic. So the psychedelics that I talked about help with the opioid people who are addicted to them. That's how I got into the psychedelics. But if you're looking to get into those, I would recommend watching those in my library. The MindMed is ticker M as in Mary, N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, D as in dog. So MindMed. And here's some of the this is an ETF that I have, MSOS. Not sure what this one is. Green Thumb Industries, Curaleaf, and Cresco Labs. I've talked about all of those. High Tide is another favorite of mine. I've talked about that one numerous times. CURLF 1458, currently what we're talking about, and TrueLeaf. I've talked about that one as well. Pretty much about every MJ play out there I've talked about, although some people do bring new ones to the channel. I just had a new one the other day. It's released yesterday. Ticker is NLVVF. It says the Starbucks of legal MJ. So you can find that that I just released on in my library on the 25th. But that's about all in there for CURLF, and it's even here on the tip ranks. Woohoo! So that's a first. A lot of MJ plays, especially over-the-counter stocks, aren't in that tip rank, so that's gotta say something for it. So currently at 1458 with a strong buy. I always like to see that. Out of 9 analysts, that's huge, I would say. 9 and a 61% upside with a 23.52 analyst price target and a high of 28.17, low of 19.75. But that's all that I have on CURLF. Like I said, if you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis. That would be interesting to know, and how many shares you have, and any other MJ plays you're interested in or want me to cover. I'd be happy to take a look at those as well. Like I said, I've covered quite a few of them here on the channel, so feel free to help yourself and look through the library as well as the ETFs that I've done. So again, if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.